Hey everybody, it's Aldo Gandhi, and I just want to let you know really quickly that our swag shop is reopened. DeepDishTees.com is where you go, and that's tees with T-E-E-S. Clever name, guys. They're the new home of our merchandise. You can get t-shirts, you can get caps, you can get coffee mugs, you can get hoodies, you can get all sorts of good stuff, and you'll help out the bar room with the purchase. So head over to DeepDishTees.com.
Some may find the following disturbing. Discretion is advised.
Here we go, Barflies. Welcome to the last misery episode of the season. The last episode before just murderers row of Monday. Hopefully it's today. Black Mondays are right around the corner. But welcome to the Barfly Tailgate Show. You already know it's live. It's done by Barflies, for Barflies, and all the other Bears fans out there. And this should just wrap it up. Hopefully we'll see how this thing goes. We'll get into the firings and hopefully new hirings and what's left of the team and what's not and all the little stuff that's going on. First, let me introduce the fellas. We got Mr. Ryan Badgley, Badge of Honor. Badge, what's up, dude?
Yo, Bobby Bombs, what is up, my brother? Last game of the season. I have never been so excited to see a season come to an end in all my life. I fucking hate this team at this point. This franchise can go fuck itself. And good morning, everybody.
Hey! For two teams playing today that have nothing to play for, whatever. They're both losing coaches. We would probably be the team that keeps one. I'm kidding. Next, we got Mr. Chris Watts. Chris, what's up, dude? How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good, mate. Good morning, America, and all you guys in the chat. It's just so sad it's the last show, but I can definitely sort of understand how Badger's feeling. It feels like we're being battered and bruised for the last sort of couple of months. So, I'm good. Thank you, fellas.
I know. We just keep getting beat down, and now we're going to, after this week, it's going to be like, yeah, everything's going to be great next year. Let's have a fucking 102-year party. Whatever. Everybody will be back on the fucking hype train here shortly. And last but not least, we got the bearded Bears fan, Mr. Aaron Current, the Kentucky Kid. AC, what's up, dude?
Hey, we get knocked down, but we get up again. You're never gonna let me down.
You keep thumping around.
Man, I had to hop off this rumor mill to come on here and do this show, man. We got so many rumors flying crazy from one source to another and trying to read between the tea leaves and see what's going on, and it's my head's spinning. But had some wild weather here in Kentucky this week. We got snow. I sent y'all a pic. I was like, come get your damn weather, get it out of my backyard. It's drunk, man. I ain't digging this. And then last night it rained like crazy, so all that melted. And another day in Kentucky. I think I'm gonna watch Red Zone today. See if I can see any of the Bears. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
you're probably better off just not, to be honest with you. I mean, guys, let's be honest here. I'm just going to get right into the start with Dan Wieder's tweets from the other day. If for all those people with hope that are waiting, wishing, just stop. This fucking franchise is 150% clueless. They have zero pulse on the fan base and how they're feeling. They clearly believe there is nothing wrong with what is happening with this organization. Dan Wieder tweeted it out the other day. If you didn't see it, if you're hoping, waiting, wishing, I don't give a fuck who it is. Bring
hoping
in fucking
and waited and wishing.
Yeah, just
and
go dig up George Hallis.
Whoa!
Else's brain in him that's got a football mentality, and put him on the sidelines and like weekend at fucking Bernie's. Just call it. It doesn't matter. They don't have a clue what they're doing at all. Everybody's all hyped for Harbaugh. Oh, Jim Harbaugh. Look, if Jim Harbaugh's smart, he would fucking walk. I hope he comes out today and goes, guys, listen, I know I played there, but I don't want to be a coach there because they don't have a clue. They don't have a clue. I don't care. Guys, I'm sorry. Yes, I've been the negative guy all year. Until they turn.
You were good for like week 1 and 2.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I wouldn't say all year. Come on, give me at least one and 2 to yourself.
I'm just gonna continue. I have completely lost interest in this franchise. I have zero interest, none. Like it's a laughing stock. I said to Chris before the show, everybody thinks that the Jaguars are so abysmal and they're the crummiest franchise in the NFL. I don't think so. I'm looking right at home before I go pointing fingers at the Jaguars. Are they in a shitty situation right now? Yeah, they absolutely are. They've been a franchise for what, 20 some odd years? We've been a franchise for 102 years?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I know they're going to clean house, but I don't think that's, that's why I was telling
guys.
Yeah.
If Nagy goes out and wins today and wins 3 in a row, I mean, these guys already think they don't think that there's really that much wrong. So if they win today, well, gee, hey, collaboration, guys. We collaborated and won 7 games.
I don't think that's possible.
How can we let Matt and Ryan go? Look
I don't
at the
think
way
Ryan
we battled back.
Yeah, I don't think Pace is leaving. I think Pace is just moving to a different seat, man. I know me and Badge talked about this on Friday for a while. I just think Pace is going to a different seat, man. I don't think he's leaving. I think Nagy's for sure out of the house. Pace is going to be, he won't be in the pitcher window anymore, but his ass is going to be up in the attic somewhere, still, creeping around the house and making noise. But all in all, I think. Go ahead.
If that happens, if I'm Matt Nagy, I'm pissed. I mean, they came out last offseason and talked about collaboration and being hand in hand with each other, and then now, if I'm Matt Nagy, I'm the sacrificial lamb while Ryan Pace gets a pay bump and moved up into the office or whatever they're going to do. If anything,
are you really the sacrificial lamb, though? You're the guy who's fucking controlling the field. You're the guy who, granted, whatever. Pace, I don't know.
Pace is the guy that put all that money into players and put you in salary cap hell and traded away draft picks and couldn't get the quarterback right. If anything tells you that Pace needs to be gone, it was last week's game. He paid $18 million for that fucking quarterback we just played against.
Yeah.
That had -10 passing yards in a full game.
No, I get all that. I just think that Pace is the puppet. Like you got the upper echelon is the damn puppet master. Pace is I think a lot of Pace's picks, especially the earlier ones, were kind of dictated. I don't think he's fucking had control, and I think Nagy's game plan is fucking trash, is shit. And that is Nagy. Nagy's not strung along like that. Like, you look at it, man. You look at the whole Fields thing, when Fields starting, Fields plays Andy Dalton's football. That's it. He was given Andy Dalton's playbook, and that's what he's had the whole fucking year to play with. Pace, I think, has a sort of not for me. I don't give a fuck if he's gone. I just think that he's gonna stay. He has a sort of a saving grace because of he's the yes man in the office, and that's when I was telling Badge, I think we just need, all in all, we need a GM that comes in and fucking. No, like he makes the decisions. That's it. Like there's nothing. Go ahead.
They might pay somebody $15 an hour to come in and make some decisions.
Oh.
Yeah. Won't be all in recruits though.
That shit was a fucking joke, man.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I make more than that, and I don't have to pay taxes in Chicago.
Yeah, no shit.
I think, guys, to me, as Bobby said, and Bobby and I think we're on the same wavelength here. I think Ryan Pace is the guy under Virginia's wheelchair. La 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 la.
Oh, that's just dusty and fucking.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
We're talking cobwebs, aren't we?
Let me go.
We're talking
go
cobwebs and
quick.
creaking. That is. I never thought we'd get on to a woman's vagina so early in the show.
Happy 99th birthday, Virginia.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just think hopefully it's done today. Hopefully it's the end of the day today. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, whatever. It's done. But I guess we'll see. I mean, they're heading up to Minnesota today. Like we said, Minnesota's got nothing to play for. They're probably clearing house after this also. And then I won't say the competition, but the hunt begins to find the coach. And go from there. And like we've said, which the Bears have fucked up in the past, but should find the GM, then find the coach. But who knows, man? I'm sure there's gonna be something they fuck up. I mean, come on, we do it every year.
Let's promote Champ Kelly, guys. Let's keep everybody in house like Ryan Pace. Then we'll promote Champ Kelly, and then why don't we make I don't know. Let's just keep Sean Desai now as the head coach. So then we'll have a defensive-minded head coach and let him pick his offensive coordinator.
I mean, you might not be wrong with the Champ Kelly. I know you're being sarcastic, but you might not be wrong with Champ Kelly.
That's what I fully expect. In all honesty, I really do. I really fully expect it. I don't know. I in positive news. So went to the game last week. Got to see Shafe, which was totally dope. Yep. We had a great time. We stayed in South Bend. Finally got to have some Portillo's, which was out of bounds. Absolutely had a Chicago dog for the first time. If you've never had one, it'll change your life. Yeah. No joke. Like I make
them at the house now.
Dude. I'm probably gonna have to. Then and I did it right, because not only did I get a Chicago dog, I also got an Italian beef. And I mean, that fucking shit was out of bounds.
Yeah, man.
Like Portillo's is no joke.
Did you get a cake shake?
No, I didn't get the cake shake. I got a vanilla shake, but I had a beer before, and that wasn't really the best idea. Mixing beer in a shake,
Jardiniere? Did you use Jardiniere or what?
Oh, absolutely.
Hot or mild? You got to go hot, man.
I got hot.
Yeah.
And the other guys got hot too. I think theirs was a lot hotter than mine. Like mine was hot, but it wasn't. They were kind of like, holy shit, this is hot. South Bend, I mean, was a perfect place to stay. I mean, it's an hour and a half from the city.
Yeah.
So Sunday morning we got up, freaking gained an hour, because just on the other side of South Bend is the fucking switching from Eastern to Central Standard.
Yeah.
So we got to the freaking South lot at 8:30, cracked some beers.
So I was talking. So I was talking shit to Badge that morning, Sunday morning, and I was like, "You better hurry the fuck up, man." I was like, "Damn, South lot opens at 8. I'm like, you guys are gonna get there. You're gonna barely." He's like, "Bobby, I'm I'm about to go an hour back. And I was like, oh, fuck. Yeah, you're right. My bad, dude. I was like, never mind. I was like, hey, well, when you get in there, fucking stadium at your back, take a right, walk all the way down. You're going to run into Juan. You're going to run into fucking Mike. Caesar will be over there. Damn. Everybody is just in that row, that far right. If the stadium's at your back, the far right row, you just go straight down. You run into everybody down that thing, man. It's crazy how many people sit down there. But me and Carrie were walking looking for Schaefer when we went to the game on Halloween. We were meeting up with Bragsy and Schaefer. And it's funny, man. We're walking down that line there, and it's like, Bobby. And I was like, yo, hey, what's up? It was fucking cool, man. It's cool. But either way, that right-hand side over there.
It was cold. You couldn't see my face. I'll tell you what. For pictures you could, but aside from pictures, dude, I had a freaking thing pulled over. My face was covered. If you didn't know me personally, you wouldn't have known it was me. I'm pretty sure. But we tailgated a little bit. It was their first trip, so we wanted to get in the stadium so they could see the pro shop. They've got some cool stuff if you haven't been to Soldier in a while. There's if it's your first game, they've got a big banner behind you that says my first game. You can get your picture in front of that.
Yo, do they have a banner that says my last game?
That's I wish they did. I wish they right in front of it.
I bet
that'd be you, badge right for that, mate.
Badge would be like, fuck
you. You'd have to wait your turn on that fucking.
Yeah, the queue, that was the one you skew.
Yeah, but there's a ton of cool stuff right inside when you walk in. The main gate. Right to your left, there's a ton of cool shit. And then what better way for a game to start? The quarterback that your GM signed gets his fucking head ripped off on the first play. From Travis Gibson, sack fumble, the Bears recover, they score early. For those guys, for me, that was my first experience seeing the Bears win at Soldier Field. The 2 times I had been prior, they got smoked by Green Bay, and then Mike Glennon was our quarterback and threw it behind Jordan Howard, and could have snuck a win away that time, but to see him hold the lead from beginning to end, made it worthwhile. The boys had a blast. My buddy had a blast for his first experience. Had a great time, and it was nice to see a win. Now next year.
What was the feeling in the crowd? What was the feeling in the stands? Was there a lot of people, not a lot of people? Was it still like, hey, there's a touchdown, but fuck you, Nagy, you're gone?
I think that I expected there to not be a lot of people, and there was a ton. We sat up in section 435, which quite honestly, I think might have been the best view I have had. I like being up high. So that's my, so I can see everything. And we had great vantage point and whatever. A lot of people around us, we had some Giants fans around us, very quiet, didn't say much. Bears fans were hooting and hollering. There was a little bit of talk about Nagy and how shitty his offense was and whatever, but I think I was driving a lot of that. It's like on one of the drives, they ran a route. They had 3 receivers to the near side of the field that we were on, so they were headed towards the south end zone, right? And you had one guy run a deep out, next guy run I don't know, I guess it's like a skinny post, but towards the sideline, and then a short out right in front of it. Well, fucking Dalton goes to throw, and everybody's standing in the same fucking spot.
Yeah.
Everybody's right in the same. What kind of offense is that? And he's got a solo receiver on the far side of the field, and he's got 2 guys on him. It's just so I didn't incite any riots or anything like that, but
me and AC like to call that accuracy by volume. You put as many as you can over there.
That's awesome.
It's good.
Somebody will catch it.
What's
Fuck
the plan on this
take it
play,
the other
coach?
way.
We're just gonna have everybody stand right fucking here.
Yeah.
It all go like that.
You know what I wish
that
I would have
was
looked
pretty
at?
much, that was
You
pretty
know what I
much
wish- Good.
the one play that that epitomized everything for me. I think in the Nagy era, seeing that happen and just hearing other people around us like, what the fuck? Like, it was nice to have other people feel that way.
The defense saved his ass. We started getting, turnovers.
As
They came
usual.
in bunches, and as usual. Travis Gibson, I was really impressed with what I saw from him last week.
Yeah.
Stepping into that role. Congrats. Obviously, shout out to Robert Quinn, record breaker, man. Did you guys see his celebration? Yep. He did the little disc scratch and then broke the record over his knee. That shit was dope.
Sure did. Yeah, that was great. And especially for him to get it last week versus this week, I think, holds a little bit more weight than if he, now this week it's like, okay, he already got it. So now here's a new starting point for, him or Matt. Well, I don't know. I'll shut up now.
Yeah, but I mean, it is. It's a big, like we said before, and I said it at probably like the beginning of midway through the season maybe. But an AC actually called me out on it last week. But it's there's no asterisks on it now because the next extra game in the season, there's no asterisks on it now. Now he's literally building on the record. He got the record. He got his 100th sack of his career, all in the same fucking sack. So, worked out perfect. And congrats to him, man. And congrats. I'm glad he turned the corner and came back around from last year and the injury and all that. And definitely a point of, I don't know. I mean, how much do you pay a guy to break a sack record? How much do you pay a guy to so who knows, man? I know you're going to see a climb in salary cap again this year. Obviously there always is. And the only year that we got hit is when all the stadiums closed and that was the big lost year, but you're going to see a climb in salary cap this year. And I know a lot of Quinn's money is still pushed back, but I don't think he's going anywhere. One, because you really can't financially. And then part two, I mean, how do you unless somebody jumps on him now and they're willing to take it all. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's a good time to sell. Maybe it's not. But, congrats to him anyway on the sack record and the 100th sack of his career, man.
Yeah. He might get a couple today because Christian Darrisaw was their first round pick. I mean, he's okay, but I don't know if he can handle. A lot of people can't handle Robert Quinn, obviously. I mean, he broke a record that's held for 30 plus years in a city that runs on its defense. That was what was crazy to me, was that record had sat for that long, even though our entire lifetime, for the most part, we've had great defense other than the Mel Tucker years, or at least good defense. And so, I mean, that was my biggest takeaway from the game last week, is the defense put this team on their back. And as much as we all are pretty sure that Nagy will be gone, this will be his last ball game, the players never quit on him. They were still out there playing hard and going after balls, and it sucks that we got Andy Dalton starting today, though. We did have one guy asking in the chat, are you guys as mad at Hub as Florio is? I'm not sure who Florio is, but I'm not
Florio?
a big fan. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of
the man
Hub.
I hate the most in TB.
Okay. But I'm not a big fan of what Hub Arkish said this week, where he's not going to vote for – he said he had his mind made up in the summer that he wasn't going to vote for Aaron Rodgers because of holding his team hostage or whatever he did. And that's like those guys to me. It's the same thing with the Baseball Hall of Fame voters. Like, yeah, this guy took steroids, but he freaking hit the most home runs in history. I mean, how is he not in the Hall just because you don't agree with what he did? I don't know. I feel like it's Bush League, and players should be voted on what they've done on the field. And Aaron Rodgers is like 36 touchdowns to 4 interceptions, and freaking his team's the number 1 seed. So regardless of what happened in the offseason, I feel like he deserves that MVP trophy. And we all know it's a quarterback's trophy at this point. I mean, I can't remember the last time we saw someone who wasn't a quarterback win the MVP.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't give a shit about Hub. I could give a fuck what Hub says.
I don't give a fuck.
I mean, half the time he's speaking out the side of his mouth. Yeah, I mean, I get it. The dude's he probably lost his MVP vote from now on. I mean, they're probably going to strip it from him this offseason. I don't see why they wouldn't. You're not allowed to say who you're voting for, but you also can't try to skew and shit. If he would have just talked shit about Rodgers and saying whatever, like just talking about MVP voting, and he said like, hey, I don't think this guy's going to get it because 1, he lied about the COVID, 2, he held his team hostage, whatever, and he's had a great season. I get it hands down, but I think he's going to get snubbed because of those reasons. I think he would have been fine. But he turns around and says, I'm not fucking voting for him. Like, look at me. Like, I got the fucking king ding-a-ling here, and I'm going to let everybody know that I'm not fucking doing it. And yeah, that's it. He lost all kinds of respect, and he lost a lot of,
Well, he made it personal.
Just clout. Exactly.
It's an award about the performance on the field. If you're Aaron Rodgers is a fucking dickhead. I'll say it on the show.
100%. 100%.
Aaron Rodgers, say my name in a press conference. Oh, I don't know you. I don't need to know you. I fucking can watch how you act on shows.
He's probably the most self-centered player in the league. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
100%. But Hubs, I mean,
care that much.
Yeah, and I don't know if there's like any sort of bonus or any sort of like thing that goes into the business of having a vote for the MVP or whatever. I just think he kind of screwed himself, and could have talked all the shit you want, but when you had to throw in that you're an MVP voter and whatever, dude's already came out and apologized and tried to backpedal, and he knows he fucked up. And I think he knows that
his apology was trash, though. He apologized more to the AP than he apologized about
I don't know
any of the other stuff.
Yeah, Mule, I don't know if I would agree with you that the pros don't give a rat's ass, because Rodgers came out and talked about it right after it happened. If he didn't give a fuck, I don't think he would have talked about it. But Rodgers came out and already talked about what Hub said, and you've seen a lot of people on Orlovsky and all those guys on either Get Up or whatever it was. They were all talking about it. Like I said, Rodgers talked about it. Normally, if they don't give a fuck about what somebody's saying, they don't even address it. But it was addressed with the quickness, man.
Speaking of Hub, KB had a little run-in with Hub on Twitter before.
K-Bizzle, televizzle. Good morning. What's up, brother? What up?
What's going on, y'all, man? I just got to work. So my tired ass, I just sat down and fell asleep for a few seconds.
Yo, I did the same thing. I got up this morning, and then like 20 minutes before the show, I fell asleep. And then I was like, I popped back up like maybe 5 minutes beforehand. I was like, shit.
Man, I sat there and sent that message. I was like, all right, cool. I'm finna get moving. And I sat down. My eyes closed. I said, oh, shit. And I woke up like this time. I said, oh, shit. All right. Let me move on.
Yeah, that could have summed up the Bears season, though, KB, just you sleeping. That would have nicely summed up our season, wouldn't it?
Hey, man, that's pretty much it. That's what happened. We started the season, and they was like, all right, yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, it's the end of the year. Yeah, that's what happened. What happened.
They fall asleep right before game time.
Man, only on good teams. They wake up to play the bad teams like the Giants. That's when they want to try to make a scene.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking kind of what Don just mentioned here. I know Don's our in-house Detroit fan, but he's right. We kind of mentioned it earlier. The Vikings and Cousins are probably about to split. We know Zimmerman's on his way out too. Will Rodgers leave? I don't know. I don't know if Rodgers leaves Green Bay. I think that shit's all behind them now. And I do think Dan Campbell, I mean,
I could have swore I saw a report that he said on Pat McAfee show that he was thinking about retiring after this year.
Really?
The way he's been talking, he kind of talked like somebody who's ready to retire, doesn't give a damn about his future. On one of the sports networks, it said something about him taking his last snap at Lambeau, and that was out from him saying it. So
I don't know. I want to take a picture of it but I was at work. We was moving around too fast. I couldn't get a shot of it. But that was legit on TV. Him saying that he was taking his last snaps at Lambeau. And that was after I saw the report of him saying that he said on Pat McAfee that he was thinking about retiring. So I don't know, man.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. I mean, I guess it all for me. I think he's just like we were saying earlier, the self-centered guy. Depending on how they go out this year, and where everything lays out, I wouldn't put it past him. I think he's whatever. Ready to bounce and done with the fucking games and the antics and whatever. But who knows, man? Hopefully, fuck it. Who gives a shit? Get the fuck out of there.
Right.
And
made plenty of money.
Open. Exactly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? His wife is gonna be raking in money regardless. So, she's an actress. So hey man, do you, Aaron Rodgers? Do you?
Yeah. Fuck it. I mean, we'll see. This whole division is going to be changed up, man. There's big changes, and I think Detroit's arrow is pointing up. Minnesota, I get that they got Jefferson and they got Dalvin Cook, but otherwise, I think they're kind of, I won't say financially fucked, but they're in the same sense that we are. Kind of, they need to lose a receiver. They're going to have to revamp everything, the offense, the defense. And go from there, man. And then, Detroit's Detroit and Green Bay, that's a big cog in the system, man. They lose Rodgers. They possibly lose Devontae.
More than likely.
And then who fucking knows what happens up there, man.
I was going to say,
we're $20 million a year. There's no question.
I mean, we're really probably the fucking bottom feeders in the division still. Still got to be. Go ahead.
Not when Jim Harbaugh comes to town and changes the damn culture.
You know what? I'm not even gonna get into that at the moment. I
thought we had the best culture in the NFL. I'm so
confused.
Other GMs look at us and want to mimic our culture badge. Remember that comment? My
Wow, what
bad.
was that?
I just thought it was so great to be a Chicago Bear that the culture was just, look at what they've done. Get out of here.
The only thing I was gonna say, man, is it's something I've had straight conversation with my guys, man. The Packers are not as good as the teams people think they are. Without Aaron Rodgers, they are shit.
Oh, yeah.
And once Aaron Rodgers does decide to leave, people are going to see that this supposed top 5 roster is actually very, very fucking middle of the pack. No pun intended. No pun intended. Don't do that. Don't do that.
KB fucking coming live with dad jokes first thing in the morning. Get it?
No. So it's all bad, man. It's all bad this morning.
Yeah, I mean, who knows, man? We'll see where we go from here. You guys seen earlier this week, there was a whole, hey, Fields is going to play talk going on, and how he's going to play in the last game. And then, of course, give it a day or give it an hour and fuck that. He ain't playing. You fucking bullshit. I don't care where you put him. Put that bitch in COVID protocols. And Matt Nagy was like, sir. And then they moved him over to COVID protocol. And now he's supposedly been in the mix and he's not playing. So Dalton's going to take the last fucking start of the season. It's his last time in a Bears jersey.
They tweeted it out as QB1.
Yeah, Foles is like, oh yeah, Nick's or Justin's going to COVID protocol. I'm gonna play again, and they're like, Foles, hey, thanks for freezing your ass off last week. Go fuck yourself. Andy's gonna play. Thanks for getting us the W and freezing your ass off last week, but fuck off. And whatever. We'll see what happens, man. But I don't know. I mean, we got. Who else was in COVID protocols? There was a couple of them that came up. Grant, I think.
I'll say he's on IR anyway. Yeah, I was gonna say he's on IR anyway, so it don't even matter.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't Grant then. Maybe I don't know. Somebody else went into COVID protocols too, but I guess it really doesn't fucking matter, man.
Nope.
We'll see who all shows up to play today and who doesn't. And
Jason Peters will be out there at left tackle. They'll probably put If Fetty at right tackle, sit the rookies. They don't need to play.
Hey, what's the over under that we see trick plays today? Like over under 2. What would y'all go?
Over.
I go over.
I'm just gonna go under just because I feel like Nagy's probably. I don't see why he would even call this game today. Like, who gives a shit? Like, if you know this is your last day in the build, this is your last day showing up to work. Like, even when somebody's quitting and they give their 2-week notice, you know what I'm saying? Like, a motherfucker shows up on the last day, like, who gives a fuck? Like, yo, I'm just here so I go out on top. It's like, I don't see how this dude even comes and gives a rat's ass today about anything. I'd be like, yo, hey, you're calling the plays today. Good luck. I'm just gonna go there and hold this red flag and fucking throw it a couple times because this would be my only option again to ever challenge in the NFL.
Hey, Pat O'Donnell in my world, Pat O'Donnell and Cairo Santos will be healthy scratches today. I'm going for all 4 down calls. Fourth and 33. Fuck it, man. Go deep.
Hey, and I tried to look it up. I couldn't really find anything. But if any of you guys know, or if any of you guys in the chat know, or fucking look it up real quick, do we have any players that have incentives today that are close to reaching a milestone or an incentive that?
That's a good question.
That they need to maybe, who knows, 20 yards, 50 yards, touchdown, whatever it is, receptions.
How close to 1,000 yards is Darnell?
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to. He might have passed it last week. He only needed like 160 more, I think. So he wouldn't have passed it last week, but that leave him still pretty fucking close.
What about his Montgomery with his yardage?
Yeah,
that's a question too. This week.
I just wasn't sure if we had anybody that was close to incentives or not.
Right. I'll be honest, I don't think so.
Montgomery right now has 777 rushing yards.
So he's miles off 1,000 then.
Yeah, Mooney's got 929 receiving yards. So yeah, Mooney can easily
break 1,000.
Yeah, Mooney can hit 1,000 today.
Hey man, fuck that. Feed my boy, man. Feed Demo so he can get 300 yards.
Yeah, right.
In this offense, he can't get 300 yards if they did feed him every fucking play. Nagy he wasn't brought here to run the I formation, KB.
Hey man, he not calling plays today, remember?
Oh, that's right. Did you see that sentence? He said, we're going to let Bill call the plays because he's done such a good job this year. But if I do call the plays, that was one sentence.
Contradiction or what?
Bro, I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. I don't understand the philosophy. I don't understand the reasoning. Why start Andy Dalton? He's not going to be here next year. Why wouldn't Nick Foles be there? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you play Tevin Jenkins and Larry Borum last week?
I feel like Nagy and Pace are butting heads. Nagy and Pace are butting heads, and Nagy's like, I ain't playing your guys. Fuck you. Sit your ass up there. You going out when I'm going out. I'll drag your ass out with me. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, my man Pace said you dragged me to a new job. Goddamn it.
Dude, if it was up to me, I'd be playing all practice squad guys and fucking backup guys and guys competing for a spot. And there's no way I wouldn't put Jenkins out there and risk injury. I wouldn't put Fields out there and risk injury. I mean, granted, I know he's not going to be out there. I wouldn't put Monty out there. Fuck that, dude. The last thing that you need is a fucking torn ACL the last game of the season, and the dude's out the whole next fucking year when you're about to do a whole remodel of your organization.
We hope.
And I get it. It sucks for people that maybe want to attend the last game or want to go see certain people play and whatever. But I don't give a fuck, man. I'd fucking sit them all, and I'd be like, yo, take those 10 off the practice squad, and then here's the other guys that you can play. Good luck, coach.
Baz Newsome was back today.
Yep.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I just think that it's a lost cause, but I just wouldn't put anybody up for any sort of whatever. You know, I wouldn't be losing anybody that's a big part for next year. Defense, I'd probably play all them. I mean, defense, it's less likely, I guess. I don't even know if that's a true statement. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I like to see Graham get some more time on the corner, not Jimmy. The corner.
I mean, I'd play Jimmy, and I'd fucking have Komet running.
I put Horsted out there.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
I mean,
Where's it
what
be?
you gonna see from Jimmy Graham that's gonna change anything?
Yeah, exactly.
Mule said Dieter Iceland starting center. Yeah, I mean, if that'd be dope. I'd love to see Dieter. As a point
didn't we already see him one time this season though, and he kind of got fucking.
Yeah, he was fucking garbage.
He got bulldozed, man. Yeah.
Oh shit! I don't even.
Pretty sure.
Play.
Remember all those interviews, and remember his tape from prior of him just running people over and having that fucking mean streak in him. Yeah, I don't know where that went, dude. Maybe he's just not sized up well enough for this level of competition, but he kind of got fucking thrown around and bulldozed.
Oh, Horsehead's on IR. That's terrible. I didn't know that. Jesse James, I guess. I don't. But as far as Iceland, wasn't he a D2 guy? So maybe he just needs a year to hit in the weights.
I mean, he's had a year, right? He's had 2 years. He's been around
Has
the
he been here
practice
that
squad.
long?
Yeah, he's been on the practice. He was definitely here last year.
He was here last year. He's a rookie last year.
He might have been. Oh yeah, okay. Was he a rookie last year?
Yep.
I don't know why I thought he was there 2 years ago, like a practice squad dude.
No, that was Bars and Mustafa.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, who knows, man? That's probably going to change too. I mean, we're going to have a whole fucking rotating coaching staff. Everybody's going to be new coming in here. You're going to have a whole new scouting organization. Because normally, that comes with the GM. It doesn't come with the GM, but he kind of sets that. Your head coach sets up your coaching positions.
I'd love to try that, Don.
Yeah, I'm down for that, Don.
What did he say?
He said we should have a guest from each divisional rival. So, Don, if you want to come on the 2 weeks that we play the Lions, I mean, as long as I can get my talking points in, because we know it's the AC show. As long as I can get my points in.
Yeah.
That's going to give you our time, AC. What we're going to do.
Yeah.
I was going to refer him to Buffon 55, but I mean, that's kind of his shtick.
Well, Buffon 55 kind of covers people who actually try to write for said team instead of just being a fan. Like, Don's got some off-the-wall things that he says that I don't know about.
I like Don. He seems my sort of guy, a little bit, you know what I mean?
I was going to say, but how bad is the year been? That we went from fuck Don to, hey, man, we can possibly bring this motherfucker on the show.
I've always had fun with Don, man. We've always had fun with Don, though. He's
a good guy. Good guy, Don.
I will say
he's a Lions fan. If he's talking sane, there's a fucking problem.
Dude, Don's definitely changed up his style of attack, though. Remember, at first he'd be like, "Fuck this, fuck that, fuck all of you," and we'd end up muting him and whatever. Now he's just having fun with it. So Don, whatever,
Good on you, sir. Good on you.
Yeah,
but that's how all Detroit is, right? They're like the rest of the Bears fans. We all come out the beginning of the season on a high note, like we're gonna fucking somehow be above 500 and whatever, and yet here we are, God. I mean, I'm down to have Detroit fans and Vikings fans on, but fuck those Packer fans, dude. They're not going.
I was gonna say, man, the point it started off. Everybody's all good. We're clean. At the end of the year, we're in the basement doing meth together.
Yeah.
I
know some people. I live in a bad area.
I'll have fun with that. I got random drug tests at work.
Yeah, I've been drug tested twice. It's like, bro, come on, bro.
Well, when you come out and say shit like that, I'll drug test your ass too.
Bears are redoing their coaching staff at 18 an hour to keep up with McDonald's.
Oh my god!
That's pretty good.
Hey man, $15 an hour was a lot of money back then.
Yeah, Virginia was like, that's a hell of a lot of money.
That's like you can go to the
$4 billion franchise, but we're offering a former player a fucking minimum wage position.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, maybe they thought it was nice. Maybe they thought it was a nice offer because they don't think that he has anything to bring to the table. Who fucking knows, man? Who knows what they really thought or whatever? I mean, you put him on the coaching staff, and like what's his name said, you put him on the coaching staff, and he's at all successful. He's gonna have a fucking steakhouse in Chicago in fucking 20 minutes, and you know what I mean? He's gonna fucking live off of his name and off of his fandom for the rest of his fucking life as long as he don't fuck it up.
He could just open a barbecue spot.
Yeah, I mean, open fucking whatever, man.
That's what Lance Briggs did, right? He missed the first day of training camp because he was opening his barbecue spot.
Wow. Jesus.
Mark Trestman was like, "Yeah, go ahead. I don't care. What am I gonna do? Fight you?"
He's all I could say is "Let's go Bulls."
Trestman couldn't fight his way out of a wet paper bag, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
there's nothing to him. I don't mean that as like a shot. He's just fucking tiny. He's tall and lanky.
He's like fucking Mr. Smithers or whatever his name is. Skinner, Smithers, whatever the fuck his name is. But yeah,
Mr. Smithers.
No, not Smithers. Isn't Smithers the gay assistant?
Yeah.
Is there a difference?
Who's
Mr. Burns?
Yeah, Mr. Burns. That's who fucking Trestman reminded me of, man. Like
Excellent.
Fuck, what are we doing? You know, like whatever.
We're gonna throw the ball. That's what we're gonna
do.
70 times, Mr. Smithers. 70 times.
No running.
That's because I do that when I plot my evil schemes.
Oh God! I mean, what else would you do? You know,
right? Which kid am I going to trip down the stairs? Yes.
Yeah. What do you guys think about Harbaugh coming back to the Bears, dude? I don't give a fuck. I mean, honestly, This is the part, and this is kind of what I told Badge on Friday. I don't really do Twitter anymore. I do it every now and then, but hardly ever. But this is the part of the season where I would have stayed off anyway. Just because all the random this and that, and people fighting over who they think is the best compared to somebody else talking shit to them because they think this guy's going to be the best. And then you got these two dudes, these two grown-ass fucking 30, 40-year-old men fighting on Twitter over two different people that might not even be in the organization. It's just a fucking
over their source being right and their source being wrong. Yeah, like, no one knows who their source is.
Who gives a fuck, man? I just hope we get
I'd like to speak on this, though.
Go ahead. Hit it.
Last week I came on here and bashed Harbaugh. I mean, I didn't want it. I didn't want anything to do with him. He's a college coach. But I'll be honest, I listened to Waddle and Sylvie this week when it came out, and Sylvie's got me at least on the fence about it. Because of what he did in San Francisco. And I know that was a decade ago, just what I said last week. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe he is the right guy. I mean, Kaepernick looked good under him. I don't know if that was him or if that was Greg Roman, though. You know, Greg Roman's your OC in Baltimore, and he's still got quarterbacks looking pretty good under his system. So, I mean, if they bring Harbaugh in and he works out, I'll like I told KB this week when he was texting me when the rumors started swirling. I'll support him, but I'm not. I'm on the fence about it. I mean, just like I did with Trubisky. When we drafted Trubisky, he wasn't my guy, but I supported him, bought his jersey because he was the Bears quarterback, and I was going to support their decision. Which is probably a mistake at this point, but I'm a gluttony for punishment, just like all of us.
I'll be honest with you, AC. I'm quite keen on the Harbaugh being the head coach, because all along we've always moaned about how naggy he is with the players, you know, the so-called culture, as he likes to call it. And I think Harbaugh, he's been there, he's been to a Super Bowl, he's won in the league in the NFL. And I think we want somebody who's a bit more abrasive, a bit more Chicago maybe. So I've sort of slowly come round to the idea through the week, really. I just think it would be a nice change of character for the team, and somebody who might sort of keep the, all players responsible for actions on the pitch, more than what Nagy seems to do. Wants to put an arm around everybody and sort of, cuddle them through a bad situation. So I've become slightly more keen about the idea of Harbaugh being hired.
Yeah, and I think Waddle had said when they were talking about the possibility, I think he said that the 49ers the year before they brought him in were like 6-10. Yeah. I can't remember if that was the Singletary era or if that was the Jim Tom Sula era. But
I think it was Tom Sula.
Okay, well, Harbaugh came in and turned it around almost immediately. And but my worry, though, is Harbaugh seems to wear out his welcome real quick. I mean, he had 4 years in San Francisco. Yeah, they went to all these NFC championships and went to the Super Bowl one year. But then he was gone, and he's a winner. Everywhere he's been, he's won. And then he went to Michigan, and he was on the hot seat going into this year. He beats Ohio State, and now the people are calling him to come back up to the next level. And I worry we're going to be in the same spot 4 years from now looking for another head coach. And the teams that get it right are the ones like the Steelers. They've had 3 coaches since 1969, and I don't know. I wanted to speak on that before you kind of glossed over it there, Bobby.
Yeah. And I mean, I think as well, it's an easy sell to the fans as well. Because obviously they play quarterback for the Bears back in the 80s and early 90s. It's an easy guy to sell to the fans, I think, as well, for the ownership.
You see, this is where I come from. All right, I'm a Michigan fan. I started being a Michigan fan back in the cut. It's not too far off because I started really being a fan when Denard Robinson was the quarterback. I love Shoelace, and I didn't really have a college team at that time. So. When Brady Hoke was coaching, we as fans were lucky to get a 6-10 season and call that shit successful. Harbaugh comes, he works Harbaugh magic, he does whatever the fuck he does. He attracted people to come there because he's an NFL coach and he's been to a Super Bowl, blah blah blah. We're gonna go play for him. Now the thing I get into with this with the college thing is college is the wild wild west. You got stacked teams pretty much on all the top heavy divisions. You know what I'm saying? Ohio State has always been top heavy. They probably always will be.
I'm a Kentucky fan, I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say kids go there because it's Ohio State. Kids go to Alabama because of Nick Saban. They know that shit. You might be waiting 2 or 3 years to play, but as soon as you get on the field, you go to a national championship. Blah blah. Same thing with Georgia, Clemson, such and so on and so forth. I'm not going to sit here and say that Harbaugh didn't pull 5-star recruits, but Harbaugh never had the benefit of a great quarterback. This is the first year he's had anybody that was manageable. McNamara was okay, but you can't say that man is a Bryce Young. You can't say that kid is even a DJ Ugalele, wherever the fuck his name is for Clemson, or CJ Stroud.
You don't think he's a Stetson Bennett the fourth down there at Georgia? The mailman.
He might be underneath him. You know what I'm saying? But he got a quarterback that worked in the system well this year, and he took a team this year that was a little bit average and made them a lot better than what they were. Which, as a fan, it was nice to see. It's a nice change up. We didn't beat Ohio State until this year, and we still lost to Michigan State. To me, that's more of an indictment than Ohio State to me. But we've seen what he did in the NFL. NFL is capped for a reason. There's no building fucking super teams. There's no everybody's gonna go to this team because they're always in the Super Bowl. If that's the case, then everybody would play for the fucking Patriots and the Packers for all we fucking know. But he's a hard guy. He pushes his team. We need somebody to do that right now. If he burnt out his welcome in 4 or 5 years, then you just retool and get somebody else. Maybe move somebody else up. But what we need right now is an old school coach to come in, put his fucking foot down, and say, we need to proceed this way. This is my plan. I'm going to pick this guy to be my offensive coordinator, and this guy is going to be my defensive coordinator, and they're going to run their respective fucking units. That's something we haven't had in Chicago since probably fucking Lovey.
Yeah. So I mean, there's nothing that makes me think Harbaugh chooses the Bears over the Raiders. I think the Raiders are going to pay him more.
That's true.
I think the Raiders are going to pay him more. The Raiders are a better situation. He has no reason. I mean, he could pick the Raiders and fucking, like you said, fizzle out in 4 years and still get a job with the fucking Bears because that's how we are. Yeah. And nostalgia will bring him back. I don't think Harbaugh's coming here at all. I think he gets fucking paid by the Raiders and takes that money, takes that fucking new stadium, takes everything that's going on out there, and the lab. I mean, shit. It's not like it's really any difference. You can build a fucking restaurant in damn Vegas. He can do whatever the fuck he wants out there too. And I think Harbaugh to the Raiders is gonna happen way more than fucking Harbaugh to Chicago. But that's just me, man. I don't think there's really any when it comes to us competing for a signing, we suck at this anyway. Yeah. So, we probably won't even interview the guy. Probably be like, oh no, we don't like Bruce Arians. Why would we like Bruce Arians? Like, fuck, we don't need to bring him in. We'll probably make up some dumbass fucking reason why we don't want him, and he's gonna sign with the fucking Raiders. And honestly, I don't have any confidence in the organization that even if it was between us and the Raiders, that we would outbid fucking the Raiders by anywhere close. So, that's what I think, man. I think Harbaugh's going to the Raiders, and that's it. But I don't know. That's why I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't see how this is even a competition. But I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens, man. I just think he's going to the Raiders. They've already said that they have interest in him. They already said they're bringing him in to interview him. Whatever. I don't know.
Do they still have a shot to make the playoffs?
Yes, they
do. I think so, yeah. If the Raiders there. Yeah.
So if the Raiders make the playoffs with this interim head coach, who's to say they don't just stick with him? I mean,
it would make more sense to me.
I mean, if you were the interim head coach right now and you know that you have a shot to make the playoffs and the organization's already come out and said that they're going to interview fucking this guy, and that guy, I don't know if it really – I mean, granted, I guess it doesn't change your opinion and what you're doing with the team, right? But it also is like, wow, they don't have any fucking confidence in me to be the next head coach.
Can we hire their coach?
Or maybe they interview maybe they interview him too. Who fucking knows?
But I feel like they would if they're smart, which who knows? They would do their due diligence in the offseason and try to find the right guy. It is the Raiders.
I expect them to do stupid shit just like I expect the Bears to do stupid shit. So I don't know.
I mean, and look at the way the Raiders pay fucking coaches, man, and look at the shit that they give them. Yeah. I mean,
I would love to see Harbaugh because I do think he has the balls to tell these dipshits to sell the fucking team.
Sure.
Because that's really what needs to happen.
They're not selling.
I know they're not, but
so don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't want Harbaugh or that I wouldn't be okay.
Right.
But I'm also I just don't think the organization has the fucking balls to do it. I think fucking
they don't. They don't.
The Raiders carry their fucking nuts around in a wheelbarrow, and we ain't shit.
Yeah, they'll ask Dungy, they'll ask Ernie Accorsi again. Oh, what do you guys think of this guy? It's just wash, rinse, repeat. Nothing changes.
Yeah. What? I don't know, man. We'll see. I guess we'll see.
Listen to how quiet it got, though. We just fucking pissed on everybody's hopes and dreams. That's why I can't with this team anymore, because that's how I feel every year. It doesn't change. Even 2018, the team has a good season, and you get to the point in the playoffs, and all you need is a 43-yard field goal. And you couldn't even find the fucking guy to kick the fucking field goal through the uprights.
We knew. We saw Parkey all year. He hit 4 goalposts in Detroit.
When he made the kick before that they waved off, I go, oh, fuck, this game's over. We're not making the next. That's done.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I guess I mean I won't say that we're not. I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but there's way too many interviews, way too much shit to get done. I think people get fired today, right? And then I mean, I know it's Black Monday tomorrow, but I honestly think people are kind of fucking let go today.
Hey, that's racist.
Why?
I'll play.
I think people get let go today, and then I think it'll be a couple weeks or so. I mean, obviously, people have to wait for some guys that are getting interviewed are in the playoffs. Some guys they're not, but I don't know. I think it's kind of a lot that's going to go into it, and hopefully they get the GM first and go from there. And who knows? Maybe the GM that they have in mind isn't a fan of Harbaugh. Maybe it's one of them that is Harbaugh straight up and down, and that's all they want. So I don't know, man. I just think there's a lot of shit to fucking still to wade through and and get.
I mean, we don't even know what they're gonna do yet. We don't know. Right. You're here. There's all these fucking experts on Twitter that fucking know it all. I'm probably one of them because I fucking say a lot of shit too, and I don't know my ass from my elbow.
But you don't nothing, mate.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. I had some dipshit fucking a couple weeks ago fucking tell me clearly I don't know anything about football. Okay, whatever. Thanks for coming to my Twitter page, you fucking douchebag. But none of us know. I mean, we don't know. Yeah. Is Pace going to be promoted? Oh, well, this beat reporter's saying that. This blogger's saying that. This podcast host is saying that. We don't know. We got to let it play it out. Are there things that everybody would like? Absolutely. Every opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. I mean,
and they all stink.
Yeah, they all fucking stink unless it's your own.
I bleach mine.
That's gross, KB.
That's racist.
I don't want to say anything, KB.
Oh, Jesus. I don't know, man. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead, AC.
I mean, that's been the biggest thing for me is Twitter this week. You got one guy saying it's 50-50 shot that Ryan Pace is in or out. And I think that was from Brad Biggs, who is a beat writer. You got Dan Weeder, who says it's trash from the top down and they're completely disconnected from the average fan, which might be true. I mean, I have no idea. He should know more than me. He's around the team more often. And then you got some people who say he's definitely out with Nagy. Some people who say he's getting moved up. He's sticking around in the same position. We're just gonna have to wait and see. I mean, my sources tell me he's gone.
So look, this is what I think, man. This is what I think should be done, and this is what I was telling Badge the other day. Next GM that comes in needs no shit, full fucking control. Put in the fucking paperwork. Nothing like sure you can fucking have your inputs from higher up, but I'm the one that's running I'm the GM. Like, fuck you and your marionette shit. Like, I'm running the fucking show, and this is what I'm going to do. And then from there, he takes his fucking coach and whatever. You've seen the reports come out that, like, certain head or certain people that were in the job or in the line for a head coaching job said that they would never come to the Bears if Ryan Pace is still in the organization. How? I mean, I just think if he's in the organization, who gives a fuck? Like, if you're gonna.
If you aspire to be a head coach, why would you be like, yeah, if that guy's there, I'm not fucking coming.
Yeah. Not if that guy's
jobs.
Yeah, if that guy's buried in the attic somewhere, I'm not coming. That's bullshit, man. And if the next GM that comes in, if he has total control, has the fucking balls to request it and get it, I don't see why it would even be an issue. Who gives a fuck who's upstairs? Obviously, upstairs has been fucked the whole time. We just need somebody who has total control. They fucking pick up their coach. I personally don't want a coach who calls plays on offense or defense. I mean, he can instill his system, sure.
At all.
I'll take the system, and I don't care who it is. Like, whatever. I just don't want him to be there calling the fucking plays. I want him to be there doing what he's supposed to do and fucking being the head coach, not an offensive coordinator or defense coordinator. And then from there, man, whatever. Obviously, we've all said it. There's been reports from past players and all that about the whole the culture needs to change. keep some of those fuckers from up top out of it. Like, why are they shouldn't even be involved. And I don't know, man. I just think that's what needs to happen. And I don't care who it happens for. They're going to make a fucking choice. I would just rather that's it. It starts and ends with this guy. We're just up here because we own the fucking team. And whatever. I mean, I don't know, man. I just think that it'd be pretty fucking simple for a GM to walk in and state that and say, this is what I want. Maybe that's a reason why they don't hire him. Maybe they're like, no, we're only taking a guy where we get this much input or that much input. And then that's why the organization stays on the treadmill.
They say that they're not involved with these football operations, but when Chris Ballard came in for a GM interview, rumor came out afterwards. Obviously, rumors are rumors, whatever. But he basically said, we got to get rid of Cutler, and I want to build this from the offensive line, defensive, just like he's done in Indianapolis. And they were like, well, you want to get rid of Cutler? No, thanks. Bye. We're staying with Cutler. And that was – I love Cutler, but obviously that was a mistake. I mean, you've got to let – and they hamstring – they say they're not involved, and then they hamstring their GMs at the same time with football decisions. When they brought Ryan Pace in, they said, welcome, here's your first GM job. By the way, that's your head coach. You don't get a choice. And then when he did get a choice, he hired the hot name. Nagy was a hot name that offseason. Let's not beat around the bush. So he hired the hot name. It hasn't worked out, and now are they going to give him another chance? Are they going to bring in outsiders for help? We have no idea. It's going to be, and I think we'll probably have to have an emergency podcast tomorrow when all this breaks. I know Aldo's been talking with Buffon about doing a big Buffon 55 extravaganza whenever the news breaks, and I'll have to get with him to see if I can make it the AC show or what we're going to do from there.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be an offseason full of news, man. Starting with the GM and the coach, and then going to players. Once those guys have their seats, who's in, who's out, who gets fucking traded, who doesn't, and then the rebuild. Because obviously, fellas, I mean, that's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
There's going to be, granted that the key pieces are there, but there's going to be a rebuild of sorts. You have to refit that offensive line. You have to refit the wide receiver position. Running back's good. Quarterback's good. Maybe fucking pull a backup that's an up-and-comer instead of somebody who's going to teach somebody. And you have to use a different system when this guy's on the field versus this guy.
Go get Tyler Huntley.
Should be fucking similar systems for both your quarterbacks, but whatever. And then on the defensive side, Roquan's safe. Hicks is probably out. Mac's probably safe, even though he might be trade bait if anybody's willing to take an injured fucking dude, come whatever. Quinn's probably there. JJ's there. Everybody else is on the fucking chop block, man.
I think Bojack's there because of the money he's making too.
Yeah, but if
we've gave him shit all year, but
he's been a lot better.
We gave him shit all year, but the last 2-3 weeks he's been out there tackling. Badge, you saw it live. Did Bojack look like he was, and maybe he's just putting tape on for the next coaching staff.
Myself and gave him a standing ovation. I was the only person in the stadium. And I fucking jumped up. I said, oh my fucking God, Eddie Jackson just laid the one. It's a miracle.
Yeah.
A long-term extension.
Hope it was a slow hand clap.
And everybody just kind of looked at me like I was silly.
Yeah. He had his eyes closed. He had his eyes closed and he got lucky, man.
He said, this is going to work.
He didn't even know it was a giant. That was the thing. He thought he hit Matt Nagy.
Oh, he loves that baggy.
Yeah.
He does.
They've all come out and defended him, man. You know why? Because he's more of a friend than he is a fucking coach.
That's true.
That's what I think. He's more of a fucking friend than he is a coach. He's more of a damn, hey fellas, fucking hug it out, fist bump instead of like Arians. Oh yeah, we fired him today. He's gone. He's out of the. I looked at him.
What about that fucking mess?
Did you hear that interview where fucking Arians is like what happened? Whatever, right? And He's like, well, he said he wasn't going to play. So I looked at him and I said, get the fuck off the field.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was
and
it. Like,
and then he's doing jumping jacks down the end zone. Then he comes out the next day and says, my ankle was fucked up. I couldn't play. Come on, AB.
The fucking idiots.
AB ain't been right since Vontez Burfict drilled his ass when he was in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, just look it up on YouTube.
I've read stuff recently though that he's been a bit of a twat all the way through his career. Really, from high school to college. You know what I mean? So, I know that people gone about the head injury to him, but to me, he's just a dick. There's nothing else to say about it because I've experienced mental health problems. I know Badge went through a period, and that don't make you sort of act so sort of like that to me. It makes you feel a bit more inner. And I think really it's just all about AB when it comes to AB. Don't give a shit about anybody else. I mean, he's even bad mouthing Tom Brady now, which is just hilarious. Because Tom Brady let him live in his house. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you just think you've got no character about you, mate. You're just a me guy, and I'm so glad he's never played for Bears. I'm so glad.
Oh, careful!
I said it a year ago when he was yelling at his wife or ex or his baby mama of his kids in front of the kids, throwing stuff on the
Hard Knocks.
Then he went after the security people that are in his property.
Wasn't that on Hard Knocks?
I can't remember. I forget what I don't remember what it was, but is there something wrong? Yeah, there probably is. But he just seems like a dick as a person. I mean, he goes on this podcast the other day and says, "Well, who do you think was the guy on this at receiver on this Tampa Bay Bucs team?" Well, I think it was Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Shit, I would have taken Scotty fucking whatever his name is over Antonio Brown. Scotty Miller, for crying out loud. He's 5'10".
Well, and the thing with him is I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, because he's probably struggling with some mental health stuff. But I feel like, the help that he needs, he doesn't want to get it. He just blames everyone else for his problems, as he showed afterwards, talking about Brady's not real. He's only a friend because I'm good at football, and standing outside the stadium waiting on an Uber because he told the coach he couldn't play. And then it's just a mess, man.
I mean, the field does. Sorry, I say. The field does imagine it's just a total lack of respect to the game. How he acted last week was completely disrespectful to the NFL, to the game, to the fans. People have actually turned up to go and see him play. And that's the bit where I just think that's got nothing to do with mental health. That's just to do with being a person who's got his values wrong.
Yeah, 100%, dude. Like, look, I mean, if it is mental health, it doesn't blowing up. I don't know. It's just whatever. I'm not. Yeah. I mean, I won't get too far into it because I think we're all on the same page with this one. But the first report that came out said that he was trying to hit his incentive mark, and they told him that he wasn't going to. This dude, I posted it. I forget what it was, but this dude's had 52 fucking targets in the last 3 weeks. And you're telling me the team's trying to hold you down from hitting your last 6 catches? He caught less than half them balls, and he had 52 targets and whatever, man. There's no way that it was that. Then it turns into an injury thing, but yet he's doing jumping jacks and shit. Then there was some report that came out that said the security tackled him on the field because they thought he was a fan who had streaked the field. You see the dude run into the tunnel, so I don't know how the fuck that thing came out. King Zing, I totally agree, man. He's bipolar. And there's a lot of motherfuckers in the world that are bipolar. But it's whatever. He's just more of a me guy. And then the loyalty issue, right? With Tom Brady and whatever. I don't know. I think Brady was his saving grace. Brady was the only way that he was still playing on a team. And I think from here he's just done, man. I think that's the end of AB, but who knows? Don Burr, fuck. Detroit might take a shot on him. Who knows, man? We'll see what happens with all that. and move on from there, dude. I guess it's just AB's done. Tampa's going to the playoffs. We know that they're going to be hurting definitely in the playoffs without that target, without having them. But theirs was an in-house decision of culture. Of what do we need to do, and they pulled the fucking trigger and got rid of him when they.
Hey Bobby, what do you reckon? Bobby, sorry Bobby, interrupt you. What would you think Matt Nagy would have done if it had been, if you were playing for the Bears and that happened? I always wonder what Matt Nagy would have done. Would he just give them a hug, or I don't know?
He'd still be on the team. He'd probably still be on the team. I mean, we've seen it, and he'd be like. Nagy be like, well, I talked to the wide receivers coach, and I was a little upset with their actions out there. But we had a good long talk with AB, and we had to figure out the why to this issue. Why did he do this? And now we think we got the why this is happening, and we're gonna get all together and we're gonna make this work. And that would have been fucking Nagy. I'm not taking any further questions on AB. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been the end of it, man. They would have had to figure out the why, and who fucking knows, man. So that's really how that shit goes. I mean, I guess we get into today. Is there anything that anybody's even, besides some of these younger guys playing? Yeah, is there anything anybody even looking for today from this organization or from this team?
To see Nagy be fired after the game.
Yeah,
I'll be watching to see. Because the last time we saw Daz Newsome, he lined up off sides. He was making mental errors. I'd like to see if he's grown any from that game. He's going to be, obviously, I think, returning kicks and punts because Jakeem Grant's on IR. So I think Daz Newsome is your return man. I'd like to see if he can do that consistently. And, I mean, I don't even know if win or lose, it doesn't make a difference, to be honest. I mean, it's just whether we get a higher second-round pick or not, whether the Giants get a higher first-round pick or not. I mean, but that's the only thing I could think of. If Justin was playing, I'd be watching him. Honestly, I'm kind of glad he's not, because I would hate to have him get hurt in the last meaningless game of the season and possibly miss next season. That's the only thing that's going to bring a coach here is – they're going to see we feel like we have the quarterback in place to build upon. And if we didn't have that and we didn't have a first-round pick, who's your GM and coach that's going to come in here? I don't know anybody that would want that.
Yeah, I don't either, man. I mean, I think from what it's worth, we're just you play backups, you figure out what wide receiver. I'd probably play Mooney and hope that he gets over 1,000. Yeah, I would. And if he gets over 1,000, I'd sit him for the rest of the game. And then I'd bring in, I'd let him come out and I'd be like, hey, dab him up. Hey, great work this season. You know what I mean? Fucking, you eclipsed 1,000 yards.
How close did you say he was?
80. I think he's 80 away. He's like 920 something.
Yeah, something like that.
And granted, he might not be able to get it, but if somehow he breaks it open, breaks one open early or whatever, and has it before half or what, I wouldn't bring him back in.
Do Jason Kelsey?
Yeah, I'd he's 929. He needs 71. So
look at what Roger Simmons just said.
No, I thought they had said this week, because they asked Nagy, if he passes COVID protocols, is there a chance he'll start? And I thought Nagy said, even if he does pass through COVID protocols, he hasn't got the reps this week, blah, blah, blah. So
yeah, that's
what I heard him say.
Oh, shit. Breaking news. Ian Rappaport just reported the Broncos are parting ways with Fangio.
Wow. There's your
really?
DC.
Yep. And that's per Tom Pelissero.
Baby, come back.
I hate that for Vic, man. I wanted Vic to do so well because I loved the guy when he was here. But, some guys, they're just better at coordinators than they are as head coaches. Yeah. And I feel like Vic may be one of those guys. If he wants to come back, I'll take him in a heartbeat. I mean, I'd be on the phone right now if I'm George McCaskey, because we don't know who the fuck's going to be in charge.
Breaking news, guys. Vic Fangio to take over the Minnesota Vikings. No, I'm just kidding.
I was going to say that.
I'm like, really, Budge? Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I was
Zoom
just
interview.
looking. Where did who said that fucking? Who just said that Fields is starting? Where did you see that at?
I
I'd
doubt that
seen
shit.
anything like
true.
that.
I don't see it anywhere.
Yeah, I doubt that shit's true.
I mean,
Yeah, he
it
could
might
be
be
just
true
a
that
troll,
it
I
might
don't
be
know.
true. It might be true that he cleared him, but I don't know that he's starting. I mean, it's quite possible that he cleared COVID protocol, but I don't know that he's starting.
Yes, J Rock. Bulls going for 10 straight tonight.
You right?
Yeah.
You right?
Hey,
Against
they
the Mavericks. We all know the Mavericks. The Mavericks could be up in the first fucking half by 20, and they're gonna shit the game. Fucking.
all they got is Luka in Dallas. That's it. So just play him well. I mean, but I did see that they. Speaking of the Bulls, I saw that because I told you guys last week I never get to see any Bulls games. They're never national. But they did move the Golden State game to ESPN, so that'll be one that I'll get to watch. And Clay's coming back, I think today for Golden State. So they're going to be full strength. We're going to have our guys ready to rock. That'll be a hell of a game. I think it's the 14th. They played the Golden State Warriors, and I think they play like Nets, Golden State, and then maybe the Bucks after that. So it's like a 3-game stretch. That's a really good. Top teams in the NBA, and here we are on a football show talking NBA. But I mean, technically we're the Barfly. Technically we're the tailgate show, and when I go to a tailgate, I don't only talk about the team I'm about to watch. So I guess anything's on the table.
Yeah. What do you guys? Is there? Go ahead.
The trouble is, I know fuck all about basketball, so you guys have to keep going. So I'm just sat there going, yeah.
Well, hey, Chris, if you're a Kentucky, if you're a Kentucky fan now, you got to start watching a little bit of college basketball.
Well, we did win yesterday, didn't we? In basketball.
Yeah, we beat the hell out of Georgia.
I saw the score. Yeah, I thought AC would be loving it.
Yo, so what do you guys think the chances are, percentage-wise, of Vic even coming back to Chicago? Is it not a chance in hell, or do you guys think that it's possible?
I'd say it's more than half. I mean, the last time he enjoyed success.
I think it's about 10%.
Say it's more than half because I don't think the way it ended here for him was. I don't think he thinks very highly of the organization.
What do you mean the way it ended? He took a head coaching job.
I just don't think he. I don't think he. I think he stayed with Matt Nagy because he didn't have a better offer. I think he was ready to go when Fox was.
Well, it didn't even in between there. Wasn't there somebody who interviewed him for a head coaching job in between the?
Yeah, us.
No, I thought it was somebody else.
Oh no, I
thought he didn't take it. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I thought I feel like that he did interview for a head coaching job and didn't get it.
Well, I don't think he's going to take a job that he doesn't think he can be successful at because he's smart. And Denver looked like they had, they looked like they were a quarterback away. Their defense was really good, and O-line, they focused on drafting the right O-lineman, it seemed like. And then John Elway, for all of his greatness, he cannot draft a quarterback. He just can't do it. He drafted Paxton Lynch and Drew Lock, who I watched at Missouri and knew he was going to be a freaking bust in the league. The guy cannot throw the ball accurately. He can't. He's like Mitch was. He can run, but he can't throw. And you need
I do think Vic established a culture in that defense, though, and demanded. If you guys remember, there was a lot of the times where they did like the
Godfather.
Yeah, and where they had all that stuff going on, and I think the way that Vic controlled the defense and did that was a lot was more of like the Godfather figure instead of Matt Nagy, were like the friendship fucking figure in that.
Right. They sharing friend bracelets and they trade beads with each other. I get this half the heart, you get the other half, and then we put our wrists.
Yeah, friends forever.
Man, you say anal beads?
Anal beads.
What a show! Racism and anal beads.
I don't
a heart-shaped butt plug.
Oh my god.
Hope my kid's not listening today.
Yo, I'm over here dying. Fucking anal beads and fucking. Go ahead.
I went upstairs a couple weeks ago, and my wife was like, "Yeah, we put you guys on the TV. We were watching a little bit. You guys cuss a lot." I was like, "Yeah, we do."
I'm like, "No, turn it off. Turn it off."
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, put a bow on the season. Normally, it's like bittersweet towards the end of the season. You know what I mean? You're like, whatever. I'm just kind of glad to wrap this one up, dude.
We've been ready for this for a month.
Yeah,
at least Badge has been ready for it since preseason. But
I was ready fucking at the end of last year. Who were you kidding? Preseason, Jesus Christ. End of last season, I was fucking ready to write it off.
Yeah, they kind of broke our hearts last year. Yeah, at the end of the year press conference, they kind of broke all our hearts. That Zoom meeting that was.
I didn't think I could be more down than I was at that point, and man, this year fucking ruined me.
I mean, I know it feels like we've never been this down, but it could always be worse, you know. But to me, the Trestman era was my worst experience as a Bears fan. Even through the John Fox era, where it wasn't working, we knew it was coming to an end, and that's looking back at that is another thing that scares the hell out of me with the Jim Harbaugh thing. Not to continue jumping back to that, but John Fox was very successful before he came to Chicago. I mean, he had been to 2 Super Bowls. He had turned around 2 franchises, and I thought it was the right hire at the time, and it didn't work out. So that's another thing that scares me when everyone says what Jim Harbaugh's turned around.
I look at the Trestman era AC as they brought him in to fix the offense. And he actually fucking put up points. It was just he couldn't get the defensive guy. You know, with Fox, you knew.
It wasn't only – I'm sorry to cut you off, man.
Go ahead.
It wasn't only Trestman. It was – I thought Phil Emery was a god-awful GM. Like, you guys know me.
Emery was terrible. Yeah.
You guys know me. I'm a draft nerd. I've already done several mock drafts this offseason. By the way, I'm team trade back. But Phil Emery, when he's drafting guys, and I got to say who, like, that ain't right.
Well, we did that 2 seasons ago with Lachavious Simmons and Arlington Hambright.
Well, it's different when it's 7th round picks, but when Phil Emery's grabbing guys in the 1st and 2nd round, I got to say who, like that, like when he grabbed Iglesias or something, wide receiver, like
Joaquin Iglesias, you ain't know who he was.
Dude, the best thing about the Trestman era is I was deployed and I couldn't watch fucking football. I just couldn't watch it. It just wasn't there for me to watch. That was the best thing for me about that era. But I mean, you know, we talk like the Bears are going to make the right move and the ship's going to be get a little fucking rudder steer and we're going to be on the path to success now. This doesn't happen for us. We don't get the fucking proper rudder steer. We get turned into another fucking storm. Yeah, we get out of this storm for a little while and then we get put right back into another one. And what's to make anybody think that we're gonna fucking turn a corner? Like, why? We're talking about Trestman. We're talking about Fox. We're talking about Nagy. We're talking about all these fucking, like, people were mentioning letting Lovey go. We're talking about all these different GMs and all this shit. What makes anybody think that we're going to turn to fucking success? We have shown repeatedly that we cannot. We don't know how to fucking do this part of the fucking hiring or of the season. So how is anybody – I don't have any confidence that we're turning towards success. I just think that, we're going to be hyped up for fucking next year because we're going to have all these new fucking people again. And then the storm's going to come and the fucking seas are getting rough and we're fucked again.
That's kind of Torian right there. Torian Whitfield. Every 5 years we start over.
Yeah.
I literally just figured this out. And that's 100% what it is. And I just figured it out. And it woke me the fuck up. You guys are all going to wake up someday too, I'm telling you.
Look, that's what I'm saying. I don't have any confidence that we're going to make the right move.
I mean, that's why we've got to make moves all the way at the top. That's why you can't just – if you just bring in a new coach, you stick him with Ryan Pace. And then what? 3 years? You're going back to the drawing board, and then you're going to bring in a new GM, and the Bears are always off on their timeline. Like, they'll bring in when they do bring in a head coach next year. Justin Fields, as much as I believe in him, you've got to hope that this coach can coach up Justin Fields. When Matt Nagy was brought in, he had Mitch Trubisky already in position. They never just do a clean break, and I think that's the issue. And I think that needs to happen. They need change all the way at the top. Like Olin Kreutz has said, it's a cultural issue. It's a historic a history of just counting money.
Yeah,
they're counting money, and when they build that place in Arlington Heights, they're going to count even more money, which is why Badge I don't see them ever selling, because the Arlington Heights is not just going to be a stadium. They're going to have casinos. They're going to have hotels. They'll have transportation there around and stuff. They're going to be printing money.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What was that, KB?
I said strip clubs. Then I said,
they might have strip. I mean, not if Virginia's still alive, they won't have strip clubs. We can't even have cheerleaders when she's around, so they won't have no strip clubs. But
you're right. Never mind. Let me go ahead and get my mind off the titty bar.
As I digress.
I don't know, man. We'll see what happens, but I don't. There's no confidence in the move anyway. Who knows? Let's hope, I guess,
I think that's what you can do as fans.
Nothing more you can do, right? Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
I think as fans, that's all you can do is just have that blind hope, and I think that's what keeps you to your team, really. I mean, I personally try to be as positive as I can. I know I don't really have much sort of confidence in the people who are making the top decisions, but you just keep thinking, surely it's that. It's not obvious now what needs to happen. You just think, please, somebody take the bollocks and pull them and go for it instead of just being accepting of mediocre crap what we've been putting up with. So I'm living it up, mate. I'm living it up. I always live it up about everything, you know what I mean? So if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it done. But I really wish it happens because I think the Bears fans deserve it as much as anybody else.
Oh,
can we all agree on this at least?
Get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit. So it's together. And if you got to take it somewhere, take it somewhere, Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. You just got to get it together. Get your shit together.
And I mean, we can agree that he needs to get his shit together and get the fuck out of the building.
That's
Hopefully, he's got his shit packed already.
Agree on that.
Yeah, I don't even. Does he ever even go back into Hallis Hall? I mean, he had to pack his shit already. You would think.
Well, I mean,
if not, they're packing it right fucking now.
He said they hadn't told him one way or the other. He
Lies.
said, I haven't been told. As far as I know, I'm finishing out the season. Like last week. They were saying at Soldier Field, Andy Dalton took his family out there to take pictures at Soldier Field because he knows his ass ain't coming back. This is the last time he's going to be there. So he's taking pictures and stuff, and no one said they saw Nagy out in that motherfucker. So he was back there at Club Dub.
Jesus. What's the lies? I don't know. Faux cheesy. What's the lies?
I think what KB said that they hadn't told Nagy's no.
They told Yeah, I was gonna say ain't nobody finna come out and talk to the media and say, "Oh yeah, they told me I was getting fired." Mr. Nagy, how do you feel about that? Fuck you, and
I feel great.
You.
You're cool. Fuck you.
I'm no longer answering your question because you've been the shittiest reporter in this room the whole time. Next, that's what I would be doing.
Hey,
man.
I ain't never liked your ass.
I go to one more presser. And I'd be like sitting there. And somebody asks.
He just walks up.
I'd be like,
"Yo,
shut the fuck up. You've been the biggest dumbass in this room the whole time. Who's next? Fucking just whatever, man. Start going."
Oh my god.
Club dub when Nagy leaves for the big W.
Forrest been bringing the heat today.
Right. Everybody gonna be in the crib like Spider-Man 3. Hitting them with the moves, you feel me?
No,
Dude,
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen Spider-Man 3?
Night Fever.
No, if they would stream it somewhere, I'd be watching that shit. I don't like going to the theater, man. Now they've spoiled me. COVID spoiled me on that one. If it ain't out,
I'm talking about the
streaming
original third movie.
Oh,
not the new one. I'm talking about the original Jump Off when my man had the black suit on and he was doing the dancing in the street shit. That's gonna be all the Bears fans. We all gonna be dancing in the street next to each other.
I didn't know if you was talking about this 3, the last 3, the first 3. Like
no,
I didn't know if you
about
had to watch Spider-Man 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2 to get the storyline of the new.
It makes sense if you
Spider-Man.
did. I'm not gonna lie to you, it does. Oh my god.
Man, Torrance
talking
says
Spider-Man.
Virginia's gonna be dancing. I don't. Does Virginia make? I don't know.
99, bro. Them bones is brittle.
Yeah,
Right.
she got 99 problems, but the Bears ain't one.
Oh my god.
The Bears are one.
She don't even
man.
fucking
She
know
don't
where
give
she
a
is,
fuck.
probably. Poor lady. No, that's not true. I know she does because I saw her at Bears 100. She fucking knows what's going on. She's probably pissed.
Yeah, well, Virginia's pissed.
I don't see how she's still surviving, man. How this doesn't stress her the fuck out and just
She outlived Betty White. How? Fucking how?
I guarantee you she does a lot of she smokes a lot of weed. She probably does.
Because she's the matriarch of the NFL, man. Her freaking father was the shit. That's why she's still alive.
Well, we've been cursed since she said we couldn't have cheerleaders. It's the honey bear curse, just so y'all
George,
know.
we don't know if we're doing
AC is pissed about this, man.
Yeah. Is this something that's been bothering you a long time, AC?
Yeah, we need to have cheerleaders.
No more
Hell yeah.
cheerleaders.
Hell yeah.
Fuck
Bring
the
the honey
play.
bears
We need
back.
cheerleaders.
Oh, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I don't know, man. What else we getting into? We getting to anything else? Throw the disco ball in the trash. Agreed, Robbie.
Yeah.
The next coach should come in and rip that fucking thing down and smash it.
Yep.
You motherfuckers are dancing.
Treat it like a pinata.
Yeah. Baseball bat.
Racist. Oh man.
KB said racist. It reminded me of, have y'all seen Zach and Mary make a porno?
Yes.
Yeah, a long
That
time ago.
dude was like, how you gonna ask a black man to work on Black Monday?
That's where I got it from. Boy, hey, how you gonna ask me to work on Black Fridays? So what we gonna do? Work on Moody Mondays? It was something Tuesdays. He's like, I've never heard of this.
Yeah.
The movie is horrible.
Oh man. Yeah, fucking so we got game predictions.
Who are they playing again?
Yeah.
That's a great question. The Vikings?
I don't know, man.
Oh.
I mean, Akeem Hicks is
Well,
out. So who's going to stop Dalvin Cook this week?
No one.
Exactly.
Eddie Goldman. God, Eddie Goldman.
You could do something this year.
He's up to the task. Poke, Eddie. Are you up to the
I
task?
bet Goldman might not be playing.
I always love
has
how
he
they
played
say
all
he
year?
doesn't answer his phone. He doesn't fucking get his text messages or answer his phone. When you talk to him, he just stares at him.
Yeah, brother. He's gone in all season. If it was up to me.
Predictions.
The prediction is this game ends in a tie.
Nope. I don't want it to go on that long, KB.
They say fuck it. No, it'd be all luck. That
gives us more time. It gives us more time to watch.
Yeah.
My eyes hurt.
Nah,
I know.
I'll go for the Bears win. I'm going to go for the Bears win. Fuck it. 28,
I think they're even
21 to the Bears.
I think they're even picked to win. I think the line's like, I don't know. I might be wrong. Who fucking knows, man? Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna pick them to win too. Who fucking cares? I think Dalton comes out and fucking wins. It's just, it's what would happen to us. Like, why get a higher draft pick? We'll probably win, and everybody else will fucking lose, and we'll somehow drop to fucking second round, fucking 20th pick, and just go to shit. What's KB showing us here? Whoa!
Whoa!
This dude don't even have no pants on.
OnlyFans.
Where's that? I don't have one of those bars I can put over.
A little blur.
Yeah.
Hey, you need a whole lot of blurry bar to bar me out.
Why you lying, KB? Y'all want to see the smallest blur you ever seen in your life?
Those fighting words.
Let me stand up right quick.
You ain't even gonna see it because we stopped the sponsorship with Manscaped.
Hey.
Oh man.
I don't think Bears win. I think
this is how bad it's got. Like we have to talk about his genitals now.
Yeah. Man, this is a wild ass show. I know that.
Fuck.
I think Vikings win.
We should all be drinking and be fucking crazy.
Like I said earlier, Akeem Hicks out, and I don't know who's going to stop Dalvin Cook with him out. Goldman's been a shell of himself this year. I think he might be one of those people that get cut this offseason. I don't know, but I wouldn't mind seeing Graham on Jefferson again to see if he can do it again. But you got to think the Vikings have drawn up some things to get him going again because he had like 47 yards against us in the last game. I don't see them just sticking with that. So I think Vikings win. I don't think it's a blowout. I think it's a close game, like maybe a 20-17 type game. I don't think we'll score a ton of points because Nagy's offense hasn't worked unless it's against the Giants, which hell, his offense didn't even do that. His defense did. So, I think 2017 Vikings. Yeah, a little throwaway game.
Yeah, no shit. I'm just gonna say the Bears win because it's when we don't need them to, just to fuck everything up a little more or throw the last little bit of fire on. And I don't know, man. I like to see some of these younger guys get some plays, get some development time, whatever, and go from there. KB, what you got, man?
Shit. I would go with my original say. Somehow this game finds out to end in a tie just to fucking prolong our misery. But I feel like what Bobby says. I feel like somehow we win this fucking game. And it's one of those whys. Why do y'all trying to win the game now?
Yeah.
When was this all season?
Searching for the whys.
Right. I'll say close game. I don't think it'd be that high scoring. I'll say 14-17. But I
think the Bears are going to win. I said at the bye week that they wouldn't win another game. I think they're going to win, and I think they're going to win convincingly. Matt Nagy has one team that he's had success against, and it's the Minnesota Vikings. And I think they have some more success against them today. Matt Nagy in his last game as head coach of the Chicago Bears will put up over 30 points of offense. They may get some help from the defense setting them up with short fields, but the offense will score 31 points today and beat the Vikings 31-21.
Jesus. Chris, what you got, man?
I reckon the Bears win. I think we might win 28-21. I'm trying to be positive. It's like I'm very much similar to you guys. I just want to see the new, younger players get a chance to play. See what we could have for next year, and just get a Bears win. Fuck it, let's just get a Bears win. I ain't bothered. Fuck it. How can we not want a Bears win? Fuck it, I want the Bears to win.
Thanks.
Why everybody say beat you and satisfy all the Hulkamaniacs? I'm gonna get off by cranking your knob just a little beyond the breaking point.
KB, you awake?
Hey, I was gonna say, why everybody saying I'm sweet, man? Fuck.
I know everybody.
Because you're so laid back, man. You're so laid back that you could be horizontal. You know what I mean?
Let me just
Mason.
Where's the trigger? No, Batman.
Oh, okay.
let me just give a shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody who has continued to stick with us for this fucking.
We had 60-some people in here today.
Ass season. Yeah, and everybody who's still coming out and and bringing the positive energy, even though a lot of the times we need to feed off of you guys because we're so fucking, on the negative side of shit. Appreciate you guys joining it and doing it. And yeah, this is the last one of the season, but who knows? Maybe Black Monday we come out, we come out and kick another show. Maybe a quick signing we come out and hit another show. Cheesy,
I'd like to do some.
Yeah, man, hit that like button.
I'd like to do some free agency prediction and draft prediction shows.
Yeah, like a pre-draft show.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
If y'all are up to it.
Oh yeah, definitely, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should for sure, man. I just want to, normally towards the end of the season, we've seen it in the Fox era on these shows and that, like towards the end of the season, people are like, yeah, fuck that. I got no reason I want to watch that show, because the Bears are fucking in hell. But, everybody's still coming out and doing it. Bobby, can I get Detroit versus everybody? Yes, you fucking can, Don. Last show of the season, Don. It's fucking Detroit versus everybody.
Detroit versus winning.
Yeah, everybody.
Detroit versus mediocrity.
Yeah, who fucking knows? But we definitely appreciate you guys going. That's my shout outs. We'll kick this thing over to Badge. Badge, you got shout outs or what?
Yeah, man, the chat for sure. You guys have been awesome all season. Every week it's so much fun to interact with you guys. The guys on the show. This is like my 4th or 5th year doing this. I don't even know at this point. And this year was tough. It was really tough, man. Trying to be positive when there's really nothing positive to say about this organization was definitely probably one of the hardest years I've had. So, I won't be here next week or the week after that. So if we're doing a show during the week, great. But I'm out of town the next 2 Sundays. So if I don't talk to you, outside of here, then I'll talk to you in 3 weeks.
Cool.
Perfect. Badge is on the short list. He's got an interview for a head coaching job.
Hey, they're offering you $12.50 an hour to come in and be the head coach.
I'll take it. I don't give a fuck. I would take it.
Yeah, I would take it.
KB, what you got, dude? Yeah, no shit.
Hey, man. Like my man Bad said, man, and my boy Bobby, man. Thanks for all y'all coming in. It's crazy that so many people decided to join this last cast, man. It's been a horrible season. We try to keep it as funny as we can here and try to find content, but like Bad said, man, it's been a rough year. Shit, people getting beat up and robbed and all this other shit, and meth back on the rise. It's a horrible time out here in the streets, man.
Hard out here for a pimp.
But no, man, to be real, man, we appreciate all y'all following. Like my boy saying, man, this is my 2nd year doing this. I couldn't imagine doing this with anybody else, man. Y'all are some of the greatest people I've got to meet. You see what I'm saying? We get to meet the ACs and the Chris Watts of the world. Got the Badges behind the scenes, the Bobs behind the scenes. Just thank y'all for rocking with us, man. And we might take a little break. We might be back. Hey, you know what I'm saying? We the stars of the show, even though it's the AC show. We the stars, man.
I can't do it by myself, though. I tried, man. I can't just sit here and talk to the wall.
You know what's really fun, KB? Look at this. See how that goes? That's a lot of fun. I mean, put that bitch in the penalty box. All right, hold on. Let me bring it back.
AC was in there talking shit.
Mad as fuck.
Did you see his face? He was like,
"You motherfuckers gonna do this to me?" He said, "They ain't come to see y'all. They came to see me."
King Kong ain't got shit on me. AC, over to you, man. Hit it.
Man, first and foremost, shout out to y'all coming on here every week. Like Badge said, sometimes it's difficult with a bad season like this to come on here and try and spin any positivity whatsoever. But sometimes that's our best comment or content is when we're not positive at all. We're negative and we hate the organization. And I mean, this is the last show of the year, and we had the most people in the chat that we've had like the last almost a month or so.
Yeah.
So obviously they wanted to come on here and misery loves company. I guess maybe they wanted our points about coaches and possible GMs to come in, but we didn't really cover all that. Maybe that'll be something that the ballroom covers.
Yeah, after, let's fire ours.
After Black Monday, man. I'm torn on head coach, honestly. I told you guys who I want for GM, Ed Dodds out of Indianapolis. If they go a different direction, I'll have to do some research. But once I read about Ed Dodds, I kind of fell in love with the idea of having him here. And then head coach, man, I just don't – I know a lot of people want the coordinator bump, like grab a coordinator, let him do his thing. But we did that with Nagy. I don't think that's the right direction to go. You need someone with head coaching experience. So if we go Harbaugh, he's got head coaching experience. We go with Todd Bowles. He has head coaching experience. I love Todd Bowles. And we've talked about – I know Greg Gabriel's talked about bringing in Todd Bowles and having Pep Hamilton as his offensive coordinator. I kind of like that idea.
I would love
kind of like that idea. Yeah. So if that's the direction we go, I'll be happy. But shout out to y'all. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to my family, man. Like I said, they popped on and watched a little bit a couple weeks ago and was like, man, y'all cuss a lot. So shout out to them. You know, I love them and couldn't imagine life without them. And we definitely got to, like I said, I'm a draft nerd and I like to look into free agency. So we need to hop on here, I think, February or March, maybe.
Oh, we'll definitely. Yeah, this is just the last show of the regular season. You know, the show's the season's gonna wrap up. We'll pop in and out and do it. Yeah, and like you know, to kind of echo what everybody's saying, the fanalists. It's what it is, man. Yeah. It's what this whole fucking room is. There's 42 fucking fanalists in here right now. And we share the points. We share everybody, you know, shit. We'll throw your thoughts up there and talk about them or take your perspective and whatever, man. I don't think nobody's ideas really get shit on, but it's just more perspective and more fans. It's like we said, it's a fucking tailgate filled with fans just bullshitting on the side about who they want here, who they want there. That's the best thing about it, dude. So we do greatly appreciate all you guys coming out and joining us and doing it. And I think that's really it, boys, unless anybody's got anything else.
Can I just say something, Bobby?
No, we're done. No, go ahead.
This is just like the tweets, isn't it? Fuck you again.
I was just kidding. Chris, go ahead. What you got, man?
Man, I just want to say that I really appreciate being on the channel, and I really appreciate being on the show, you guys. It's just been the best thing, one of the best things I've done in a long, long time. Even though what we've been discussing has been quite hard work because the season's been so negative. But just getting to know you guys a bit. Obviously the guys in the chat room, when I'm in the chat room, I love sort of texting with you guys. And don't forget me, let me be on the show again, because I say it's been a great thing to do for me. Go Bears, man. Let's just hope the best is going to happen. And also go Wildcats as well, AC.
That's right, go Cats.
Chris, you ain't going anywhere, man. You ain't going anywhere. You're signed to the fucking roster, dude. We got you. You're signed to the roster. Yeah.
I got through the trial. Fucking yes, man.
Don't worry about Black Monday.
No more backup. Come on.
We didn't change his goddamn name.
Yeah.
I didn't make it up, KB. I'm sorry, bro.
But yeah, it's been an honor, mate. A pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate it. We love having you on, Chris. Like I said, you ain't going anywhere, buddy.
Awesome.
All right, fellas, let's put a bow on it. Wrap this thing up. Everybody in the chat, appreciate you guys joining us. We're going to fucking go ahead and leave you with a fat-ass bear down.
Bear down.